Surge has made us less safe. Thousands of poorly trained, aggressive, and armed agents of the state, of the federal government have rolled into our communities, overwhelmed our local police departments.
Minnesota's Attorney General Keith Ellison announcing his state is suing the Trump administration, asking a federal judge to halt what he calls an unconstitutional immigration enforcement surge.
The suit lands just days after an ICE agent fatally shot Renee Good in Minneapolis, sparking nightly protests and a vow from Homeland Security to keep the agents in place.
Also today, Minnesota's governor put the state's National Guard on standby if tensions boil over, the first such activation since the 2020 George Floyd response. And tonight, pockets of that tension can be found here in Arkansas. We thank you for joining us. I am Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. A few hours ago, a small group moved their long-running protests against ICE immigration operations to a more visible spot.
TV11's Catherine Rowley caught up with them in downtown Little Rock tonight. Catherine?
Protesters tell me that they're reacting to new directives from Washington and the Trump administration's immigration policies.
Because we want our country back.
Perry Doubleday joined Monday's demonstration against current ICE operations and the administration's broader immigration crackdown. Monday's focus, the recent surge of federal agents.
Because of what they're doing to our cities, they are not police officers. They are doing things that they have no right to do if you look at who they are. They are not getting the training like police officers should. They've backed it up to 6 weeks training for these people, which is why the Renee Good is dead.
Data from the Deportation Data Project at UCLA and UC Berkeley show around 2,700 arrests in Arkansas since January of last year. 451 people have been deported. Protesters now vow to keep rallying and pressure the state's lawmakers in Washington.
So we will continue working towards getting the country back where we can all wake up peacefully and go about our days as good human beings and be kind to one another.
We also looked at the Pulaski County detention roster. It shows 39 inmates currently have ICE holds while facing additional charges. By the way, if you're wondering, the frog costume you see at these events is a de-escalation tactic. The cartoonish costume makes it harder for opponents to brand the protesters as quote-unquote violent extremists. Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.
All right, Catherine, thank you. We reached out to Arkansas Senator John Bozeman's office. He said this tragic incident, which happened last week, now under investigation, is a reminder for Americans to treat one another with respect and responsibility.
Meanwhile, Tom Cotton, who chairs the Senate Intelligence Committee, voiced strong support for ICE and law enforcement, saying their work targeting criminal illegal immigrants helps reduce crime and drugs and makes Arkansas communities safer.